In 1960, the new size car all America has been waiting for, the Ford Falcon.
They said it was just another compact car, but hidden under the surface was a story no one expected. The 1960s Ford Falcon wasn't just affordable and practical. It had bold engineering, a secret link to Hollywood, and a few twists that quietly shaped the future of American cars. Today on Regal Rides, we're uncovering 9 surprising facts about the classic Ford Falcon, things even lifelong car lovers may have missed. Get ready, because you're about to see the Falcon like never before. Fact number 1. The Falcon was Ford's emergency response. Back in 1959, Ford was in serious trouble. Chevrolet's Corvair and small imports were stealing the spotlight, and Ford didn't have a single compact car to fight back. So they acted fast. The result? The Ford Falcon, launched in 1960. Smaller, lighter, and more affordable than anything else in their lineup. But here's what might surprise you. While the Corvair had a rear engine and advanced suspension, Ford kept things simple with the Falcon: front engine, rear-wheel drive, and basic, easy-to-fix parts. Why? Because Ford believed most Americans didn't care about fancy tech. They wanted a car that just worked. And they were right. In its very first year, the Falcon crushed the competition, selling over 435,000 units. It became the best-selling compact in America. But that was just the beginning, because up next, we reveal how this humble little car helped create the legendary Ford Mustang, and why most people have no idea about the connection. Number 2. The Mustang was born from the Falcon. Here's a jaw-dropping truth. Without the Ford Falcon, the Mustang might never have existed. When Ford introduced the Mustang in 1964, it wasn't built from scratch. Beneath that sleek, sporty body was something surprisingly familiar: the Ford Falcon's platform. Yep. The Mustang used the Falcon's frame, suspension, and even some drivetrain parts. Why? Because Ford wanted to move fast and save money while offering a fresh, exciting car that felt sporty but was easy to build. And it paid off big time. The Mustang became a sensation, a true American icon. But under all that muscle, it was Falcon DNA holding it together. So next time someone talks about the Mustang's legendary beginnings, remind them it all started with the Falcon. And speaking of legends, coming up next, you'll be surprised to learn that the Falcon wasn't just a car, it became a Hollywood star. Number 3. The Falcon was a Hollywood star. You may not notice it right away, but the Ford Falcon quietly made its way into some of the most iconic movies ever made. Let's start with the legendary 1968 film Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen.
Yet with all these exclusive features, the Falcon is still low in price. Thank you. Now you know why everyone's excited.
Everyone remembers that green Mustang flying through the streets of San Francisco. But look closely during the chase scenes. Falcons are everywhere, blending into traffic, parked on corners, part of the real city streets. But here's the real surprise. The Falcon's biggest movie moment didn't happen in America. It happened in Australia. In 1979, the cult classic film Mad Max introduced the world to a wild black muscle car called the Pursuit Special. That beast? It was a Ford Falcon XB GT coupe, made in Australia. From gritty city streets to post-apocalyptic wastelands, the Falcon wasn't just a car, it became a screen legend. And just when you think it was all about looks and movie moments, wait till you hear what kind of performance this machine was really hiding under the hood. Number 4. The Falcon was a hidden street performer. Most people thought the early Ford Falcon was just a simple, everyday car. But behind that plain look, some versions packed serious power. In 1963, Ford released the Falcon Sprint, a 2-door model with a whole new attitude. This wasn't just a runaround car anymore. It came with a V8 engine, upgraded suspension, and a sportier design. It was small, light, and quick, a perfect combo that made it a favorite among young drivers and weekend racers across the US. Then came the 1964 Falcon Futura Sprint, which took things up a notch. Ford actually built this one for real competition, including SCCA road racing. It was fast off the line and handled like a dream in corners, surprising anyone who thought Falcons were slow. Some owners even brought their Falcons to the drag strip, where these innocent-looking cars shocked muscle car fans by keeping up or even winning. The Falcon quietly earned a new reputation, a sleeper, a car that looked mild but performed wild. But it didn't just impress on American roads. Up next, we'll see how the Falcon became a global success, from Argentina to Australia. Number 5. The Falcon went global. Most people think the Ford Falcon was just an American classic, but the truth is, it became a global icon. Let's start with Argentina. Ford launched the Falcon there in 1962, and it was such a success they kept building it for nearly 30 years, all the way until 1991. But these weren't just American copies. The Argentine Falcons were locally produced and adapted to suit local roads and customer needs. You could spot them everywhere, used by families, taxi drivers, police, and even government officials. Now let's head to Australia, where the Falcon took on a whole new identity. Ford Australia started making the Falcon in 1960 and they didn't stop until 2016. Yes, 2016, that's how loved the Falcon was down under. Over the decades, the Aussie Falcons became bigger, stronger, and faster, with models like the Falcon GT turning into racing legends in events like Bathurst. In both countries, the Falcon was more than just a car. It was a part of everyday life, a symbol of trust, toughness, and tradition. But now let's return to America, where a different kind of Falcon won hearts. It wasn't a coupe or a sedan, it was the station wagon, and families loved it. Number 6, the Falcon wagon. Built for the American family. In the early 1960s, American life was changing fast. More kids, more road trips, more need for family-friendly cars. Ford saw the shift and delivered the perfect answer, the Falcon station wagon. Now this wasn't just a stretched-out sedan. It was a true family workhorse, with seating for 6 and tons of space in the back. Perfect for vacations, school runs, camping trips, or just a weekend at grandma's. But what really made it stand out? It was light, fuel-efficient, and easy to maintain. While other wagons were gas-guzzling giants, the Falcon wagon was smart, simple, and stylish. It became a suburban favorite, the go-to car for mums and dads juggling groceries, sports gear, dogs, and kids. In many ways, the Falcon wagon was ahead of its time. Some say it helped pave the road for the minivans and SUVs we see today. It proved that you didn't need a massive car to get massive value. And just when people thought they'd seen every version of the Falcon, Ford rolled out something nobody expected, a model built for sunshine, cruising, and pure open-air freedom. Number 7, Falcon convertibles. The open-air surprise. When most people picture convertibles from the 1960s, they imagine sleek European sports cars or high-end American cruisers. But Ford had a different idea. In 1963, they launched the Falcon convertible, a compact, affordable drop-top that brought open-air freedom to everyday drivers. It wasn't flashy or over-the-top, but it changed the game. This was a car that gave regular folks a taste of sunshine and wind-in-your-hair fun without the sky-high price tag. And it didn't look cheap either, with sharp body lines, chrome detailing, and an optional power-operated top. The Falcon convertible looked like $1 million without costing anywhere near it. Young drivers loved it. It was light, easy to drive, and perfect for beach runs, weekend getaways, or late-night summer cruises. Today, these Falcon convertibles are rare and rising in value, not just because they're stylish, but because they offered something truly special, a convertible for the everyman. And just when you think the Falcon couldn't surprise you anymore, up next, a factory-built Falcon that was made to dominate the racetrack. Number 8, the factory Falcon race car. Sprint to the finish. Nobody expected a compact car like the Falcon to hit the racetrack. But in 1964, Ford flipped the script. They built a limited edition Falcon Sprint, engineered specifically for SCCA Racing, the Sports Car Club of America. And this wasn't a flashy prototype or a marketing gimmick. This was a real-deal factory-built race car. So, what made it different? A 209 cubic inch V8 engine, raw American power, reinforced suspension for aggressive cornering, upgraded performance brakes, a stripped-down interior, all speed, no frills. This was the same engine that would soon roar inside the first-generation Mustang. But here's the twist. The Falcon got it first. On the track, the Falcon surprised everyone. It was light, quick, and agile, holding its own against cars that looked far more intimidating. It wasn't just racing for the thrill. Ford was testing the future. The lessons learned from the Falcon Sprint's performance would directly influence what became the legendary Mustang GT. This made the Falcon a hidden MVP in Ford's racing legacy, a car that quietly laid the groundwork for a revolution. But no matter how fast it ran, the Falcon couldn't outrun time. Up next, the final chapter, and why Ford decided to say goodbye. Number 9, the end of the Falcon. Why Ford pulled the plug. By the late 1960s, the Ford Falcon had already made history. It had redefined the compact car segment, but a new wave of automotive change was on the horizon. And Ford, they were already looking ahead. In 1970, the Falcon was officially discontinued in the United States. But here's the truth. It didn't go out because it failed. It stepped aside because the world was changing. So what really happened? The sleek and sporty Ford Maverick rolled in, designed to attract a new generation of drivers. The Mustang had become a phenomenon, dominating headlines and showrooms. Buyers wanted more power, more style, more flash, and less of the plain, practical designs that defined the Falcon. The simple, economical approach that made the Falcon a star in 1960. But this wasn't the end everywhere. In Australia, the Falcon not only survived, it evolved into a full-blown muscle machine, winning races and hearts well into the 21st century. And in America, the Falcon still lives on in collector garages, classic car shows, and in the memories of millions who grew up riding in the back seat. Because the Falcon wasn't just a car, it was a part of the American story. The legacy lives on. The Ford Falcon may be gone, but its story is still alive in garages, in memories, and now, right here in this video. If this classic ride sparked even one memory, or if you discovered something new today, then do one small thing to keep the Falcon's legacy alive. Tap that like button. It helps us share these stories with more classic car lovers. And if you're as passionate about timeless machines as we are, hit subscribe to join the Regal Rides family. Because here, every engine has a story. And every classic deserves to be remembered. Thanks for riding with us. We'll see you on the next journey down memory lane.